Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Food for Thought, Thoughts If It Were You, and this is your host, Gentrics. We finally finished the whole series on birth control. As I promised, it took about 5 episodes to do so, and I thank you guys for managing to stick along through that entire event. Well, as you already know, yesterday was Valentine's Day. A lot of people were itching and ready to spend their monies and, do all sorts of grand things for the people that they love and care about. I'm all for, treating your honey, whether he or she or it, whatever you are, good. But in all honest opinion, I feel like you should be doing this year round, not waiting for a specific day. So while everyone's out there spending their money and blowing their bank accounts out of proportion just for one saint day of the year, I'm staying at home by myself. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, but this is my life, right? So before we go any further, I got to give a disclaimer. This whole episode, I'm going to be doing 3 different things for the next 3 days. I'm going to give a disclaimer. If you like these holidays or said events, skip this episode or any of the other ones that have a name similar to this one and, enjoy your holidays. Okay? Today I'm going to cover the dark origins of Valentine's Day. It's not as great or as glorious as everyone says or thinks it is. Yeah, okay, great. What I'm about to tell you happened in the past. But if you stop and think about it for a minute, it's not exactly a good thing. So the disclaimer here is before we go any further into this episode, and I'm going to cut off after this before I go into it. If you like these holidays and you don't want to hear what I have to say, or you just want a reason to throw whatever I'm saying back at me and say I'm lying, go ahead and feel free to look it up, but I guarantee you won't like what you find. So, now, with that out of the way, I am not liable for anything that you hear or however it makes you feel. This is purely educational, so if you don't want to hear what I have to say, just move on. And with that, let's begin, shall we?